All right, we are rolling. Well, I've been trying to get to this half the morning. Of course, my usual brunch time is about 1 o'clock. Finally going to get around to this. I've got some sliced mushrooms here, some blueberries, which are going to go with the French toast. I'm going to add a little bit of some of this fine maple syrup, drizzle a little bit, throw it right on my French toast, and have some potatoes. Of course, I soak these in water. You want to remove the starch, especially if you're on watching carbohydrates. You want to get rid of that starch. Letting them sit overnight would be ideal for getting rid of the starch. However, if you want crispy hash browns, which is strange. I mean, you want to soak your French fries, soak your potato chips, and not have the starch in them. It's crisp, but they're deep fried. These hash browns are being, well, I'm going to quick cook them, deep fry them, to brown them a little bit. Um, and I could just pan cook them, which we'll do another time. And I guess y'all know, go ahead and throw one in for a tester. Still heating up a little bit. But I've been trying to get to this all day, and I tell you what, I'm not complaining. I've been doing sales. I pick, buy, and sell all kinds of cool stuff anyway, too. But this is my passion, of course. And one thing after, I think since 10:30, I've been trying to get this going. Well, I'm finally getting it going. I'm taking the break. I've got like 3 people to answer, 4 calls to make, but I'm not going to do it. It's a rainy day. I was going, okay, I had a much bigger, better, different plan for today. Okay, I've got some bacon, crisp bacon already cooked here, and I've got just usual white bread for my French toast. Now, when you're doing French toast, stale bread is actually best. If it's got a little hardness to it, it's really good, especially French bread. I almost used a piece of a loaf bread that I had, fresh made loaf bread. It's getting a little hard, man. It holds up with the egg better. What I've got here is, since I'm only doing 2 pieces, I got a 3/4 cup of milk, 1 egg, a little bit of cinnamon, pinch of baking powder, or excuse me, baking soda in there, and reacts with the egg really nicely. And guess what I didn't have? Now, you can, with your egg with a fork, it cuts into it. I mean, beat your egg or your French toast batter with a fork, but it cuts into the egg. Now I'm whipping it with a spoon, makes a little bit more fluffy batter, which I use to do my eggs as well like that. But I tell you, it makes a much fluffier egg. You're incorporating air instead of cutting into the air. So the more air you incorporate, the better off you are. And on this back burner here, I'm going to put a little bit of bacon fat. You're going to see what's going to go in that. This is in preparation for the hash browns. And if you compare, go ahead and get online and compare bacon fat versus shortening. Well, I had some grandparents ate bacon fat and cooked in cast iron all their lives and lived to be a great age. It didn't affect them. There's probably 10 other things that would have messed them up too. So it's your call. And don't let the doctor stereotype you. They do me, but I'm kind of different. Yeah, I like that too. Is music, am I talking loud enough? I hope so. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. I'm listening to, hope I don't get caught for, the entertainment fee, because I'm playing music in the background and advertising somebody's radio station and infringement rights. Now I had 1 potato on 1 person. 1 potato is going to be too much for me. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4. I want to save these potatoes, as I am going to save this after I batter the French toast, because tomorrow, well, I could chop these up and make some really cool potato pancakes, or I can have some more hash browns or cook them for a dinner. Of course, I'm going to put some water on them to help preserve them. Otherwise, you're going to have browny, old, yellow potatoes. But I can add some flour, baking powder, baking soda, another egg to that, a little bit more milk, and have some pancakes in the morning, or potato pancakes if I like. Yeah, I've got my pan warmed up for the French toast, which I'm going to turn the oven on and keep it warm in the oven, because it's going to probably get done before all this other stuff. Alright, I have this heating up. I'm going to throw some onions in. I've got a little garlic that I set reserved from last night's meal. I'll put a little olive oil on it. And those of you that didn't see the video, these pans are great. You get them at Dollar Tree, 8 pans for $1. They're great just to have, for you can bake in them. Cheaper than foil. Well, it is foil. I don't think that pan's hot enough yet. Yo. And see, by me pre-frying the potatoes, normally I would put the potatoes, I get this pan, skillet really hot. Well, good moderate heat, not smoking, almost, just starting to smoke. Throw the potatoes in there. And of course, I didn't tell you, you wanted to make sure you patted your potatoes dry. If they weren't, you don't want moisture in there. They're going to stick like crazy if you don't. And my skillet is a non-stick skillet. You'll see when I cook the eggs in it after the hash browns are done. But I'm doing a quick cook here. And as a matter of fact, let me get another one of these. And as anyone may know that's seen my other videos, I'm staying in Dad's garage apartment. I'm helping do some stuff in the yard right here on the lake, and they're limited on utensils, at least utensils you need. So this is my strainer, 3/4 strainer. All right, I'm gonna let these stuffs just start to bronze, not get golden brown. I don't want them completely cooked. I'm gonna let them bronze, and then once they're bronzed, they're going in the pan with the onions that should be about brown. Now, if you're trying to brown potatoes and onions together, onions will juice. They'll sweat, and you're gonna have a hard time. So it's best to throw the ingredients in first, get a little brown going on, then throw your onions in, because they're gonna cook, because you're gonna have to let them cook a good bit in there. Okay, I'm getting a little bronze here, probably about another 10 seconds. There'll be a bronze going on. Okay, right here, this pan is just about ready for some French toast action going on. All right, I've got some pre-cooked, nice, perfectly cooked bacon here. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the oven and let it warm a little bit, because I've got to throw my French toast in there to keep it warm as well. And all right, here we go. Don't mind, I don't usually shake these off too much, because I'm going to need a little oil in there, to help them out. Okay, that's enough of a serving for me. I've been craving this all day. Okay, that burner's off. These are on. Okay, onions are turning translucent. They're just starting to brown a little bit. As you can see, I hope. I hope I have that camera set right this time. I've been craving a video person. Hey, you video, free food. Eat in, take out, whatever. I'm needing it badly. Okay, here we go. Potatoes going in. Have a little bit of the garlic going in there. French toast. Oh yeah, non-stick when you have it that. See how I had it on nice moderate heat? But you have to watch it. It'll brown up on you quickly. I'm putting this in the refrigerator. I'm going to cover it up later and save it for the pancakes for in the morning. Okay, I've got this. I want to have a little, basically a little salt and pepper in there is just fine, and I like lots of pepper, just a little salt. You can always add salt, but you can't take it away. Plenty of pepper though. Pepper's really good. Capsaicin is good for the circulation, it's good for the blood, it's good for the health. Salt, well, you need a moderate amount of salt, not too much. All right, there we go. We've got French toast going on, doggone. Reduce that heat a little bit because they're sliding around nicely. And these potatoes, reduce the heat on them. See, the onions are nice and brown, the potatoes are browning good. Now I'm doing a little seasoning blend. It's got a little equal parts of, well, equal parts, never mind, not equal parts. Got salt, pepper, and it depends on your liking. You might like a little more salt, a little more pepper. Paprika's nice. You ever see the seasoning salt? It's got the redness to it. A little garlic powder. And I believe I said the onion powder part. All right, this is good. But I'll tell you something that I really like, and I hope this isn't going on some kind of infringement, but that seasoning. I'm not going to say it, but I'll just say that seasoning is some good stuff, and it goes great in potatoes. I'll sprinkle a little bit in there. Okay, I believe this French toast is just about right. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm going to cook them one more time, let that side get a little more brown. Potatoes are just right on time. Now, like I said, it would take you twice as long, but if you got an oil pot that, you know, Southern people fry, I don't fry a lot. I eat fried food once a week, but I always have my oil pot. I keep my oil refined. Pretty much clarified, so it's not getting all icky, you know, icky brown. Okay, I'm going to put these French toast on in there. Look, they're nice and golden brown French toast. I'm going to toss them in the oven, just let them stay warm there with the bacon. Oh yeah, just the right crispness. I can't stand a soggy French toast. Okay, the hash browns are ready. I'm going to throw them in this pan just to keep them warm. Get a quick rinse on my skillet. And we're going to use this for the mushrooms and eggs. I'm going to return it to the heat. Actually, I'm going to use on this high burner here. And a little more bacon fat, a little butter, mushrooms. You can use canola oil, olive oil if you want to get really, really healthy. I'm throwing my mushrooms in there with just a little salt and pepper. I'm going to sear them up nicely. And that's where the egg's going to go, scrambled egg mushrooms. And I would utilize this foil, man. If it doesn't have much seasonings on it, this is some good stuff to use around, keep around. Now, here's my blueberries. And I'm going to show you the little blueberry maple I'm going to put on the French toast, which we don't have to have that, but it just seemed like a cool combination to me. Oh, was that loud? Okay, I had this heat up. I'm gonna sear these mushrooms to keep the juices in, because when they cook in with the eggs, this is gonna be a really quick cook. A little salt and pepper again. Just a little salt, a little pepper. Pinch of garlic if you want. Garlic and eggs, unless you're having like a frittata. I don't do garlic and eggs too well, but I eat garlic like there's no tomorrow any other time. Okay, and this is going to take the longest. Now, if I would have had another pan going, I could have had the mushrooms already done. And so glad I can finally do this, and I do hope that this video is turning out with my head and we can see the food, because I did one last night and I just took it back off. I was like, I didn't even want to put it on YouTube. I hated I even waited an hour for it to upload, download. Okay, now a really quick way, if I want to speed these up, I can let them sit there on high, alright? Now if I want to saute them, I'm going to put them down on about a little below a medium heat, or I can do a quick steam, which I'm going to do. And this is an old restaurant trick as well. If you know, you forgot to cook something, oh no, somebody didn't get their plate, gosh, we got to get it out of here quick. Oh man, what are we going to do? Well, I think we'll just call the fire department. They'll do anything. Nope. What I would do is a quick steam. They're done. 5 seconds. They're done. I should have whipped that egg up by now. Now, when you're doing eggs, and I had a contest with a couple of people, we had an argument. Definitely when you put milk in your eggs, a lot better flavor, but they're a little flatter. Half a teaspoon of water per egg. Some people put a teaspoon. Old French tradition is put a teaspoon per egg, whip it with a spoon, don't cut into it with a whisk. Makes them more fluffy. Now, I did my eggs, but I seasoned them just right and had a competition. He said, oh no, good old country guy, good friend of mine. So All right, we'll have competition. We were near a very well-known bar in Columbia that I won't mention. And see, now I'm pulling the whole egg up. The air's incorporating right in there. Now with a fork, you're going to be cutting the egg too every time. You're not going to be incorporating any air. But we had a competition, had people free eggs, man. We were doing free egg sandwiches. Actually, I did a bacon, egg, and cream cheese on rye. That egg was so fluffy. And it was a blind test, you know. They picked my egg every time. All right, I'm going to turn the heat up. Right on top of the mushrooms. Now I'll be able to turn that heat down in no time. Oh, look at that non-stick pan. Don't you love them? Now I could turn this into an omelet if I wanted to. See how flat that is? Or I could cut into it. But I'm just going to cut into it. It's all going on the same plate. Okay, they're done. We're done. So while that burner's still warmed up, putting it on. Go ahead and get this nice French toast out of here. Ah, a few blueberries. I'm working on it. Sorry, don't mean to turn my back to everyone. Okay, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to rinse my pan real quick here. Warm the maple syrup up. Just a little bit. Those blueberries are naturally sweet. These are wild blueberries, man. High in antioxidants. One of the best power foods you can eat. They have all kinds of healthful nutritional qualities. All I'm going to do is put a little bit in there, a little bit of the juice. Now if you want to make it really syrupy, you can add just a little sugar. A little honey's nice. Honey's nice and a little bit more healthy. So I'm making a little boat right here so I don't have stuff running all over my eggs. Right there for my blueberries. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put on the hash browns. Okay, all clear. Nice little syrupy blueberry stuff here. And if I want a pat of butter, which a lot of times I'll put this butter into my, French toast right before finishing it up. And I'm not doing the confectionery sugar thing. I mean, that's just a little restaurant-y thing. Whoa, I ran the blueberry juice right in there, didn't I? But that's what we have. All right. Thank you, everyone. Happy eating from me, and see you later.